Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Run and Code Humor in South Texas Law Enforcement. I'm your host, T-Bone. Got my partner, J-Man, by my side as always. J-Man, what's up?
Nothing much. How's it going?
Yeah, we're here. It's Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's already hotter than shit. So, welcome to South Texas.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know what? I think we should change it. Not just humor in South Texas Law Enforcement. We should change it to humor, education, and shit talk in South Texas Law Enforcement. So, for those that are we're finally getting back in the groove, getting episodes released consistently. We appreciate you sticking around. Those that have, thank you very much. A little bereft in the comments and emails. I'm a little bummed about that. If you want to get a hold of us, it's runandcode2023@gmail.com. That's RUNNINCODE 2023@gmail.com. Or you can leave comments on the YouTube. Please, of course, like and subscribe. And please send off the links for both the podcast on YouTube and Apple, Google Play, whatever it is, whatever platform you use, to family and friends. Let them get a listen. It could be educational, it could be funny, but at the end of the day, we want to reach out to everybody. So, but we do appreciate y'all sticking around. I hope everybody's had a good, safe week. Unfortunately, we've lost quite a few officers in the last couple of weeks. But today, we're going to talk about pride in law enforcement and how that is one of the most dangerous things an officer can have is pride. It's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay to be proud of your badge and the job you do, and all that's okay. It's when pride, though, gets in the way of doing the job because now you absolutely have to be right at all costs. You have to be right, and you can't say I don't know. You can't say, hey, I was wrong. You're too scared to say that, either because you're worried you'll lose your credibility with somebody, or you just be wrong and you don't want to be wrong. And sometimes we're wrong. We're human. We get things wrong sometimes. The reason why we're bringing this episode up this week, why we're talking about this, is that video of the cop that stopped that one-armed woman. Now, he told her he saw, hey, I saw you texting with your right hand, and she was being pretty cool about it. She wasn't being a bitch at all. She was being pretty cool about it.
Mm-hmm.
But he just would not get off that. He was going to die on that hill. He said, oh, I saw you texting with your right hand, and she shows her she's got a stump. She has no right hand. And he just absolutely, no, I saw you. Like, really, dude?
Right. Yeah.
Like, now you just look like a jackass. What you could have said was, okay, maybe I saw your left hand. Either way, I saw you texting. Because you can drive with your knee. But he just, no, it was your right hand. Your right hand. Okay, she just showed you she doesn't have a right hand.
Right.
Like, really? So you just made yourself look like a giant jackass. And that one's going to get dismissed. And he's probably going to get written up by his agency. It wouldn't surprise me if he got written up. Because, I mean, that's like, dude, you just made your entire agency look bad. You just made everybody that worked there look bad. You made your sheriff or your chief, whatever that was. I don't know if it was an SO or municipal police, but you just made them look so bad. Instead of just letting go of your pride and going, hey, you know what? Maybe I saw your left hand. But either way, I saw you texting. Like, I saw you texting. That's dangerous. But he just, nope, right hand, right hand, right hand. Okay, well, she just proved to you on camera she shouldn't have a right hand.
Right.
She's an amputee.
Yeah.
Like, your pride has caused all that. Now you're viral. Everybody sees what an idiot you are. Defense lawyers are going to love that because you just absolutely stuck to it, even when the proof was presented right there in front of you beyond a reasonable doubt that she could have been texting with her right hand. You think that's not going to come back and haunt you later?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just showed that you are so stuck in what you think that you're not willing to open your mind and entertain anything else. And defense lawyers are going to love that.
And it's a crazy thing too. I think the woman, she released, I think, a statement, because news outlets picked it up, of course, that the citation was dismissed, I guess, a couple of days after.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
After the incident for insufficient evidence.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, the lack of having
If he'd have said,
right
look,
hand. Yeah.
if he'd have saed, look, maybe it was your left hand, but I did see you texting, you might have still had a case. But absolutely not letting go that it was her right hand. Like, dude, you just torpedoed yourself. From what I heard, and maybe I got this wrong, what I think I heard was that she's the one who requested the footage, and she's the one who released it.
Probably. I mean,
and I don't blame her.
Yeah, that's her.
I don't blame her.
That's her.
Like, no, you look like a jackass, dude. You look like a jackass. You have made a fool out of yourself. You made a fool out of your agency. I'm sure your sheriff or chief was pissed.
Still a criminal case, even though it's at the class. Well,
it's
for us
C.
at the Class C level. I think it was in Florida. So at the however they classify.
Pretty sure it's a Class C.
Yeah.
Or the lowest level, or third degree misdemeanor, or however they want to put it.
Still a
traffic stop.
Traffic stop, still a crime.
Oh
yeah.
my God! So that was pride, and I can look back and a lot of the crap that's happened over the last several years and point to pride. Derek Coven was pride. The situation was handled. Like, dude, you already had him in the car. Like, just go to the hospital or get out of the area and call EMS to come and meet you. But pride, no, we're going to do this right here. We're going to do this right now. That whole thing could have been avoided if he'd have just dropped his pride. And it wasn't the rookies. You had two rookies standing there, didn't know what the hell to do, and you got a senior officer telling them what to do. When you're a rookie, you're going to do what the senior officer tells you to do because you don't want him going over and going, man, these two don't cut it. Like, you don't want that rep. So that was straight up pride. That's what that was. That was pride. And a lot of these instances where you see officers like get stuck on something, it's pride. They're not willing to let go.
Well, and I know there was something else that went like I don't know how viral it went, but another thing, officer pulls over a car for having no insurance on the CAD return. So we all know that like when it comes to insurance,
that's not 100% reliable.
It's not 100% reliable. You should always verify, then say okay, then proceed further. Well, the driver showed him, the officer, that she had insurance. I guess there was just like a mix-up with the car being under the daughter's name versus her name, but either way, they still had insurance for the vehicle. The vehicle itself was insured, and and the driver was trying to take her disabled husband somewhere. Well, the officer just being stuck on, well, you didn't have any insurance on my end. It doesn't show, even though it's current. Issues her citations for no insurance, tows the car, and then makes the woman and her disabled husband like walk or find rides. And then guess what ended up happening? USAA, because she's a veteran, released a statement and even sent the PD proof that she had insurance the entire time. At the time of the stop, case got dismissed, and the PD even paid for the towing fees for the woman to get her car back.
They have to.
Pride. He just couldn't. Yep. Well, my computer says this.
Was that in Texas?
I don't know where. I can't remember where this was. I want to say it was maybe Georgia,
because some states still don't allow the online insurance where you can pull up the app and show it. But let's have common sense.
She had a paper
if you
copy.
log in, but if you log in to State Farm or USAA or Nationwide and it shows an active current policy, dude, let it go. Let it go.
He couldn't let it go. I don't know why.
Here's your warning. Hey, drive safe.
Don't know why I couldn't let it go.
Pride. I'm telling you.
Oh, there you go. Pride. Yeah.
He wanted to. Nope. I'm going to write this ticket. You don't have insurance. I've had insurance card presented to me that it's been expired. But if they can't pull it up, I tell them, do you have the USA app? 9 out of 10, they're able to pull it up right there. And if they don't because I haven't downloaded it, I just call USA. I just need to verify coverage. And yep, not a problem. He's got coverage. Yep, it's no lapse. It's current. Thank you. Have a nice day. All right, members, a warning. Slow down, drive safe. Take care.
And
that's it.
The crazy thing is, she even asked, "Well, could you give us a ride? If you're going to tow a car, the car, that's fine." She didn't even seem that she was frustrated by it, but she wasn't like escalating anything.
She was probably being nicer than most people would have been.
Right.
A lot of people would have been like, "Oh, they would have flipped. I want your supervisor here now." Now that's a legitimate. I want your supervisor here because she knows she's right.
Didn't even offer to give him the ride. I got a ride to the PD. So it's just we are our own worst enemy sometimes.
100%.
Lots of times.
100%, we're our own worst enemy. Remember that one we talked about in Florida where they were parked outside the house?
Yeah.
That was pride. That was pride. It was pride and ignorance. Ignorance of the law and pride that this guy's not willing to give her what she's asking. Okay, well, we can't demand anything when there's no legal reason to demand it. We can ask. We cannot demand. She demanded it. Pride is hurt because this guy's not giving me what I want. Is he hiding something? Maybe. Turns out he wasn't. He had no record, or he had no, not necessarily no record, he had no warrants. Okay, he just don't want to talk to you, and he doesn't have to. He didn't have to tell you squat. Like, you're just being prideful now. And that drove that whole situation. Like I said earlier, it's okay to be proud of what you do. It's proud of your uniform, proud of the work you're accomplishing and what you're doing for the community, and that's okay to be proud of that. That's all right. You should be proud of your job. Yeah. We do have a tough job, but being proud of what you do and prideful are two different things entirely. And while I'm not the biggest Bible thumper and I don't go to church, there's some things in the Bible that are pretty accurate. Pride goes before the fall is one of them. Pride goes before the fall because you don't know when to go, okay, hey, I was wrong. And I've had to chew crow. I've had to eat crow on the side of the road, and it sucks. And you're just like, but you know what? It ain't personal.
Right.
And I can maintain my credibility and my integrity by going, you know what? You're right. I was wrong. You're free to go. Drive safe. And I end it right there. I don't keep digging for more. No, I'm going to find something else. No, it's over.
Yeah.
You were wrong. He proved it, or she proved it. Have a nice day. And just move on to the next one. And 9 out of 10, you're never going to hear another word. You're never going to hear a word about that one. All they want to hear is that you were wrong and cut them loose. That's it.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10, they'll just leave it alone. Now you make it that jackass that puts it out there because he was filming you anyway and puts it out there anyway. You know what? Hey, you admitted you were wrong. What more do you want? That's all you can do at the end of the day. Just admit you're wrong and move on with your life. Don't let pride burn you, burn your agency, burn the image of this job because you just can't let it go.
Yeah.
And use of force, excessive use of force is tied to pride and ego too. Really is. Like, oh, you dare punch me? You dare attack me? I'm going to show you. Now you're in cuffs. What are you going to do about it now? No.
Yeah.
I've been sucker punched. I've been socked. Hey, once it was over, got him in cuffs. It's over.
It's over, yeah.
He's not punching me. He's punching my badge.
Yeah.
He's not punching me personally because he doesn't know me. He's punching what I represent, which is accountability for his actions. He was caught doing something stupid. I'm going to take you to jail. That's why he's attacking me. He's not attacking me, T-Bone, personally. He's attacking me, T-Bone officer,
Right.
that is taking him to jail. That's who he's attacking. And when you realize that and you start understanding that, you just go, okay, it's not personal.
Yep.
And I've ran into people arrested down the road and never had a problem with them. You know, they maybe they felt some kind of way about it, but they never gave me any issues about it.
Yeah.
You know, because I treated them with respect even after the fight was over and got them into handcuffs. I still treat them with respect, you know, and that goes a long way. I didn't let my pride and land in internal affairs or civil rights division. It's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one thing I had to learn early as a trainee was don't let your pride do this job for you. Don't let your pride write a check you can't cash. Just go with the facts. And if the facts turn out to be wrong from what you thought, hey, it is what it is. That's why we investigate. What we thought initially may not be what it really turned out to be.
Yep.
And then, okay, man, hey, I appreciate your cooperation, man. Cuffs come right back off. Your cuffs come off just as fast as they go on. There's a difference between detention and arrest, and they are two separate things entirely. If I tell you you're detained, this doesn't mean you're under arrest. I have to investigate. You match the description of the suspect, or I walk in the house, she's got a chingazo on her face, he's got a bloody knuckle. Yeah, I'm going to detain you. But then it turns out that no, she went after him with a frying pan and he decked her.
Yeah.
Okay, she take the frying pan, take the cuffs off, and arrest her. You know, but that's a detention while you investigate. Once you say, though, you're under arrest, you can't walk that back.
Right.
So best not to say it until you actually know you're going to arrest them. You've met the probable cause. Your investigation on scene verifies what you thought originally, and hook them and be done with it.
Yeah. And that pride and that ego can definitely lead to a lot too. Just
It can.
really
You're not willing
quick,
to open your mind.
really quick, unthought of decisions to, well, you're under arrest because of just the anger, everything builds up. And then it's just kind of like, no, this person's really not under arrest. They didn't do anything wrong. And you hopefully it just get caught, that it's caught on scene by a supervisor or another officer who, you know, has a level head, calm headed, actually knows the law. And they're just like, okay, cool. Boom. Like, no, you can't do that. Like, let's go ahead and like fix this before we all get burnt up.
Yep, before we all end up,
Yeah.
cooking. What was the name of the idiot that shot Trayvon Martin? Was his name Zimmerman?
George Zimmerman?
Was that his name?
Yeah.
That was pride. Now, that guy wasn't a cop, but they still managed to make that law enforcement. Somehow they turned that into law enforcement. Zimmerman was not a cop, but that was pride. He wasn't willing to just let law enforcement take care of it. Nope, I'm going to confront this guy. I'm going to be the hero of my neighborhood. And, well, look where it landed you. Now, that was pride. 100% guarantee that was pride and ego. You know.
Oh, yeah, because the dispatcher told him to stop.
Yeah, even
He
the dispatcher.
ignored the dispatcher.
Yeah. And
Like,
at your own peril, because the dispatcher's telling you, let it go. We got officers on the way. It's just like we get those calls all the time where someone is following somebody that cut them off or whatever, and the dispatcher's like, stop following them. Because people have been known to turn around and pop rounds off of someone who's following them.
right.
Like, listen to dispatcher. They're telling you, back off, let it go.
Just let it go.
And we have people follow the guy all the way to the house, and then he gets shot or stabbed. It's like, we told you, stop following. The dispatcher speaks for the voice of the chief and the sheriff. That's who they speak for. And this I've also had to remind trainees. The dispatcher speaks for the voice of the sheriff or the voice of the chief. If they tell you stop, stop. If they terminate your pursuit, stop. Because they have policies they got to abide by.
Oh, yeah.
Our agency, they'll key up for a supervisor and you start chasing somebody. If the supervisor doesn't answer up, by policy, they're required to terminate the pursuit. They're required to terminate the pursuit because there is no supervisor answering up.
Yep.
And I remember one time I was chasing a car. My supervisor didn't key up. The CID sergeant keyed up and said, authorized. I was like, whoa, all right, game on. But that was a supervisor.
Right.
I was, okay. And so at that point, now he has taken all responsibility for that pursuit. Luckily, he knew me and knew I know how to do my job. He was pretty comfortable doing that. But most CID supervisors are not going to key up for a traffic pursuit or a patrol pursuit and go authorize. They're like, no. Now, they will if it's like a murder suspect they're looking for.
Right.
And like, hey, so-and-so, yeah, they'll jump in on that one now because that's a murder suspect. Like, they want him.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the homicide sergeant keying up on the patrol channel authorizing my pursuit. I was like, I just hear that call sign right? Whatever. That's a supervisor. That's a sergeant. Let's do it. You know. But pursuits, that's another one. Pride. This guy's not getting away.
Yeah, I have to get him.
I will show you that you're not getting away with this, and they drive right into a fatality crash. And pride. Now it hurts the ego. It does.
Yeah.
To let someone go you're chasing, that hurts the ego. I've been there like, oh, damn it. I wanted this motherfucker. As you get older, you start realizing, you know what? I'm gonna see him another day. We're gonna see this dude again. I work this area. I'm gonna see this guy again.
Mm-hmm.
Next time I'll wait and follow him somewhere until he gets out of the car. And then, hey, come here. Now it's a foot pursuit, but hey, now it's a foot pursuit, not a driving pursuit. Now we're gonna chase him, get units there to the area, and then we'll get him into custody. And then we're gonna walk a warrant for that felony evading last week, and you ran from me. Now I got you for misdemeanor evading and felony evading. Yep. Oh, you had a warrant. That's why. Okay, now we're gonna get you with that too. I learned to let the pride go. I learned to terminate my own pursuits before I could even be terminated. And I earned credibility from my supervisors by doing that. Yeah. I earned that credibility. Like, I will terminate the pursuit when it's getting dangerous. I'll terminate on my own. You don't need to terminate for me. I'll take care of it. And they learned to trust me if I wasn't terminating it, that I'm not lying about traffic conditions, weather conditions, or roadway conditions or speeds. I'm telling the truth. And I don't believe this to be dangerous because I've earned that trust from the supervisors that I know when to let it go. And go, I don't know how many times I'm like, I'm terminating. He's gone. I'm not continuing this. Traffic's too heavy. So you earn that trust of your supervisors that you're not letting your pride and your ego drive your car into a crash. And it's not personal. The turd is trying to get away. That's his job. Yeah. Your job's try to catch him. But the turd is not concerned about the public's welfare. He's only concerned about his own welfare. Your job is concerned about everyone's welfare. And if you can't do it safely, you got to let it go. Because do you really want to stand over a body from something you could have let go?
Yeah.
I mean, that is just dumb. Now, legally, can we chase him? 100%. State law says, yeah, you can chase for any violation, including Class C, all the way, all day long. But your agency policy may say, if it's not a felony in progress, violent crime, felony warrant, parole violation, or family violence, we don't want to deal with it. Yeah. We just don't want to deal with it. Let him go. If you figured out who he was, we'll walk a warrant. Yeah. We'll deal with it later. We'll come to his house. We'll come to his work. We'll find him another day. Warrants are like herpes. They don't go away. They stay in the system. We'll eventually get him at some point. It may not be today. And yeah, you want to get him today for the end of your shift to get him into custody. And I get that. We all get that. But there's another day. Yep. That wasn't your last day on the job. Like, dude, 2 weeks today, be like, oh, there's that motherfucker right there going in the gas station. Pull up and just wait for him to come out. Come on, come here. You're under arrest, man. And if you get a couple of officers there, have him go to the exits and just wait till he comes out. Oh, yeah. Like, it's just not rocket science. Yeah. You do it smart, and pride will get you in a use of force or a crash or a shooting. I've seen just too much pride, and I'm not immune to it. I've had my own prideful moments where I'd look back and go, oh, that was stupid. That was pride all the way. I should have just let that shit go. Like, it was not worth the fight. And that was in my earlier days. And like any other job, you mature into it and you figure out what's important, what you can let go. You know what? Hey, another day. Yeah. All right, man. See you another day. I know you got shit in this car. When I was highway narcotics interdiction, I know there was crap in that car, but I could not get a minimum reasonable suspicion to go any further on the stop. What is it? What does the Rodriguez rule say?
Gotta let him go.
Let him go.
Let him go.
It is not worth getting into a pissing contest on the stand with a defense lawyer over the Rodriguez rule when you couldn't articulate reasonable suspicion at a minimum. Let it go, man. There was times I'm like, I know you got shit in this car. That's all right. I'll get you another day. I will see you again. And eventually we get him. Either me or another one of my own guys, or maybe the state police interdiction would get him. Eventually someone would get him. Mm-hmm. I didn't get you today. Remember, guys and girls, we got to be right once. They got to be right every single time. So eventually they're going to get caught. Yeah. And it may not be you, but we all work together. We all have the same goal. So if you didn't get them today, look, someone else will get them tomorrow. The goal is to get the drugs. The goal is to stop the crime. Now, is it more important that you did it, or is it more important that it got done?
Yeah. Very good point, yeah.
Yeah, I love to bring in the guy. We all love to bring in the bad guy. I love to be the one that brought him in, I got him over my horse. I got him. But
the glory seeking.
Yeah, the glory seeking. And if you're doing this job for glory and medals, pick a new job. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. And those are the reasons that will get you killed or another officer killed because you don't know when to back off. You want to push instead of back off.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time and a place for pushing. There's a time and a place for backing off. We push a lot more when we should be backing off. And then we back off when we should be pushing. We just can't seem to get it right.
Yeah.
Now, what you don't see out of egos, you don't see a lot of the really old senior officers letting their ego get them in trouble. For the most part, they're like, okay, whatever. You don't want to give it to me? Fine, whatever. They've been there too long. They're not going to put their career in jeopardy. They're not going to end up fighting something they don't have to over pride. They'll let it go, whatever. I'm going home at the end of my shift. It's typically going to be those younger officers, 0 to 5 years.
Yeah.
When you see this badge, I'm in charge. You're going to do what I tell you to because I'm in charge, because I'm the police. Those lines in movies bother the shit out of me. I do what I want. We're the police. I'm like, oh, no, we don't do what we want because we're the police. In fact, we can't do what we want because of the police. We have a limit. Criminals don't. We have rules, policies, and laws to follow. Criminals don't. But we chose this job.
Yeah.
We took the oath and said we understand the limits of our authority. Not power, authority. The limits of our legal authority as commissioned peace officers.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. This tells us what we can and cannot do. Penal codes are written for civilians. This is written for us as government employees. This stops us.
Right.
Officers, when you understand your limits, you understand this job. And you'll make far less mistakes. And sometimes you have to let people go. Sometimes you just got to let it go. Hey, didn't get you today. I will get you another day because you are a criminal. That is what you do. And eventually I'm going to see you again. And I'm going to get you another day. It's that mentality of I cannot be wrong. I must win at all costs. And because I'm right, because I'm the police. And if you keep thinking that way, guys, you're going to end up either terminated or in jail, both on the stand trying to defend something you can't defend.
Yep.
And the news now is crucifying you because the cameras are in the courtroom in that particular case, and there you are, cannot justify what you did, or your justification that sounded good a year ago now falls on his ass in front of a jury when you're going, ooh, this sounds bad.
Yeah.
Because it sounded good at the time. And
Right.
It sounded good because you were angry. So this is why, like anything else, if you're about to write an email back that maybe you're rebutting something or trying to defend yourself, you should probably wait to send that email until you've cooled off and reread it again from an outside perspective. I've done it where I've had my partner go, read this and tell me if I should change it. And they'll read it and go, I would change that. Or I would add this. I'd take that off. And okay. And then I'll pretty it up, read it again. Okay, that's good. Send that.
Yeah.
You look a little more measured and a little more fucking reasonable. But when you just, oh, you motherfucker, I'm going to show you. Well, once you hit send, it's gone. And now it's subpoenable.
Mm-hmm.
Or you said to the wrong supervisor who goes, oh, okay, I remember that. Because you fucked up because you just did to a supervisor. And they're going to be like, they're going to take that little chip and just put that in their pocket and be like, okay, I'm going to wait for another day and I'm going to get your ass back. Because supervisors are egotistical too.
Yeah.
I'm the sergeant. You will listen to me. I'm the lieutenant. I'm giving you an order. Now, there's lawful orders when you're maybe going a little too far and the sergeant goes, stop. Back up. I'll take it. No, man, fuck you. Okay, that's a problem. Now you got insubordination because he's giving you an order.
Yeah.
He's telling you to stop. He has a duty as a supervisor to stop you. I mean, every officer on scene has a duty to stop you if you're going too far. But the supervisor is imbued with that authority, specifically by the agency, to stop that. Whether it's sergeant, lieutenant, captain, chief, whatever, they're telling you to stop. Work corporal, patrol corporal, whatever you got. Stop. And fuck you.
Hell, even another officer.
Even another officer. Stop, man. Hey, stop. Stop. Now, you won't get insubordination.
Right. But
because he's not a supervisor.
That's our policy.
But in our policy, makes it real clear.
Doesn't have
to be a supervisor. Stop. I'm telling you to stop. And I tell rookies, you have the authority to tell someone to stop. Even as a rookie, you do. You're going to take a little gas, but you'll be all right. Because in the end, everybody's going to go, he was right. Mm-hmm. And they're going to. It's not the old days. They're like, you were wrong no matter what. No, if you're right, you're right. And most times it's like, you know what? He was right. I've had people pull me off somebody, and I've pulled officers off somebody. I'm human too. And I've lost my temper and had another officer go, okay, it's done. Go cool off. I got it. And they'll finish the cuff. They'll finish the search. They'll put them in a car to let them cool off, let me cool off, and then go, okay, you good? Yeah, I'm good now. I asked you to the cigarette, needed 5 minutes just to cool off. Okay, you will take this one now? Yeah, I got it. And then when I've had to do that, I'll stick around from it to make sure. But when you can tell they truly are, it's over. Okay, all right, man. Later. But I had a duty to stay there and wait and make damn sure that I'm not leaving him to the tender mercies of this angry officer, especially before we had cameras. Like, hey, are you sure you're good? Because you're still beat red, man.
Yeah.
Like, how about I take it? How about you write it up and I'll take them? And then just email me the report and I'll book them for you. That way you are way away from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now with cameras, that's really not so much a concern anymore.
Yeah.
But before cameras, yeah, there was a lot of, hey, man, it's over. Hey, man, it's done. Stop. It's over.
Yeah.
Like, be done with it. Pride is an ugly thing.
Especially those people who are like, if they know they press the pride button and they see that you're very, very vulnerable to it, they'll work it just to get you in a jam.
Mm-hmm. And they'll win every time.
Yeah.
They'll absolutely. They'll be the winners. And the only one that lost was you when you lost your career.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just couldn't let it go. And we had an incident. Oh, not an incident. More like I was watching the footage. It was a stolen car. It hasn't been adjudicated, so I'm going to just be very surface level with the details.
Mm-hmm.
But they observed the guy walking away from the car that was just reported stolen. Like literally just reported stolen 5 minutes prior. And they saw the car and they saw the guy walking away from it. Like they saw him get out of the car. So, okay, you put him behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Got it. That's good all day long. That's good minimum detention all day long.
Mm-hmm.
End up chasing the dude, end up getting use of force with the guy. Get him into custody. Now, it was a trainee and his trainer. The trainee's in the car. Guy's in the back seat. Now, the guy's pretty lifelong dedicated criminal shitbag who knows the game. Officer's brand new. He's got like 2 weeks on the streets. To be fair, the trainer should have been standing there with him. He should have been standing right next to him the whole time, but he wasn't. He's outside talking to other officers.
Yeah.
Trainee's in the car doing something on the computer. I can't tell what he's doing. I'm watching on the camera. But the arrestee is interrogating him, and he's answering his questions. His days off, he's married, what he does on his days off. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So I called his trainer and said, tell your trainee to shut the fuck up. He's being interrogated by his arrestee. And this arrestee's a better interrogator than he is. And he's getting his answers. I said, your trainee just told him what his days off are, what part of town he lives in, that he's married, where they go on their days off. Tell your trainee shut the fuck up. You know, there's a difference. You can be polite without giving information on yourself. You can even say, look, man, we're not here to talk about that. I'm not giving you personal info on my life. I'm not asking about your personal life. Leave my personal life out of it. But he was giving him all the details. And so the trainer, because I logged into his camera, he walked up and goes, hey, what are you doing? So-and-so just called me. Like, stop giving him all that info. Oh, I'm not. And so I told the trainer, watch the footage. So the trainer called me that night and goes, oh, yeah, I watched the footage. You were right. I said, I know I was right. He goes, we had a long talk. We sat and watched the footage together. And he goes, I had other senior trainers with me watching the footage, and they were all on his ass. He won't do it again.
That's something to be like just like mindful of, because sometimes suspects, whatever the crime could be for, there are some that are they're smooth talkers.
They're smooth.
They're manipulative.
They're very
smooth, and that's something you got to be on guard for.
And that's what this guy was. He was very smooth. Even after it was all over said and done, they had to use of force, all that.
Maybe it's just me working in the jail, but when you're trying to be that nice to me, I don't know.
You want something.
I'm like, what do you want?
You want
man?
something.
Like, what do you want? Like,
look,
just tell me what you want.
When
like,
there's a woman you want to have sex with, are you nice or are you mean? Well, the inmate or the terrorist trying to fuck you too. That's why he's being nice. You're not nice to people you don't give a fuck about. Okay, you're nice to people you're trying to get information out of, or you're trying to fuck them over one way or another. Whether you're trying to fuck them or fuck them over, it's the same damn principle. A woman you meet at the bar, you're not gonna be rude to. You're trying to have sex with her. Same with a criminal. He's trying to get information out of you. He's not gonna be rude to you. He's gonna want you to lower your defenses so he can get information from you, and he'll get all that information from you. Hey, what do you drive? Oh, cool. You know, I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. They don't need to know that. Okay, they just don't need to know that. And for officers that don't know, there is websites out there. There's a company, we're not sponsored by them, but officerprivacy.com. I like them. A little pricey.
I use them.
But they will erase your whole life. They'll erase all that crap off the internet. They'll erase your searches where you can't be found. They'll erase all that. And then they monitor it constantly. If it pops up, they kill it. They do an official message to the company. Hey, remove them.
Yeah.
So it's a great tool.
Info is easy to find. Literally, I think as cheap as $5 to the white pages.
Yeah. And I'll get your name and your address and your date of birth and your phone number.
Yep. and related family members.
And related family members. Some of them
And
will go that in depth.
all they need
Your
is
car.
just a little piece of info.
So I've done the confidentiality crap here in Texas. Like my license plates, driver's license, and tax records are all masked. I've done the confidentiality program for law enforcement. You bet I have. I've made enemies. I'm not worried about me. You want to come find me, we'll finish the conversation, but this time we're going to finish it. Mm-hmm. We'll never have it again. But I have family. I have friends. I'm not putting them in danger because of what I do. Yeah. And that is the double-edged sword in this job. You have to be careful because some of these assholes will come after family. Now, it's rare. Most people know don't fuck with the cop's family. You fuck with the cop's family, every cop in the country is going to be looking for you. Mm-hmm. There is a line, but some people will cross that line. Yeah. You know, the mafia never crossed that line really until about the 80s is when they started crossing that line. But prior to that, even the mafia didn't clip judges, cops, innocent people, feds. They didn't. They knew, like right now, this is a friendly game, and the FBI played it like a friendly game. Like if you whack each other, you're mafia members. You're all Goombas, like whatever. But as soon as you kill a cop, an innocent person, a family member of a cop, or a judge or something, that changes all the rules. Like, okay, now we're taking the gloves off. And that's what happened to the mafia in the 80s. They started taking out judges. They started going after cops and their family members of cops. And that's when you've crossed the line. So most criminals, even the dumbest ones, know don't fuck with a cop's family. Don't fuck with judges. Mm-hmm. Don't fuck with a cop's family. Fuck with a cop is one thing. It's kind of like combat deaths. You can forgive a combat death. It's combat. You're both shooting at each other. That's a straight up, squared up fight. Like, hey, it sucks and you want revenge, but at the end of the day, it's a combat death. You two were shooting at each other. I can forgive that. We don't forgive torture. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a whole different, because we don't torture. I don't care what anyone says. We don't torture. Enhanced interrogation is not torture. Okay? Waterboarding sucks, but it's not going to kill you. Okay? I'm talking about chopping your fucking head off in Al Jazeera. Okay? Or if you're a female POW, exactly what they're doing to you. You know, we don't do that shit. But, so that I can't forgive. But I can forgive a combat death because they were fighting for what they believe in. We're fighting for what we believe in. And somebody's bullet meant meat. Hey, it sucks, but that's a fight. That's what we signed up to do. So as a cop, you come after me like, hey, that's the job I signed up for. Like, it sucks, but hey, that's the job I signed up for. I can't be really mad at you. But you come after my family, I'm going to fucking kill you. That's the difference. You crossed the line. Like, you showed me that you have no morals, no honor code of any kind. Well, fine. I'll put down the badge and keep the gun. You come after my family. You come after me like, hey, man, it's fair, it's square. I get it. You know, I get it. I put you in jail. I took you, whatever. But don't mess with my family. Because I don't mess with people I arrest families. They're family. They had nothing to do with it. And I'm going to treat them with respect. Right. I've arrested a turd bin. Nothing but respectful to their family. Hey, look, guys, I'm sorry I had to bust in like that. Hey, I'm real sorry. I do what I got to do. And 9 out of 10, if you explain it to them and talk to them without pride getting in the way, they tend to, I know, we get it. Sorry. Yeah. Now, when you're like, well, fuck you too then. Okay, well, now he's wound up because you just talked to his wife or his mother, you know, or one of his kids like that. And he has every reason now to be wound up because they had nothing to do with it.
That's the worst. Yeah. You arrest somebody in front of their family. That's like stepping in a minefield. Like,
it is.
Where every step is pretty much a mine.
It is because family
small degrees.
Family is going to.
They can make it. It can go both ways. You can have it to where the family's on your side by getting your AP to calm down.
Yeah, I've had that, but
or it can go the other very opposite way, where you might have to arrest like 4 or 5 other people. You might be
arresting several members of the family.
The whole family gonna be down and booking.
Family.
Yeah,
and I get it. Family, like you got 2 brothers fighting each other, but if I walked up and socked. Or someone walked up and socked my brother who I'm just fighting, I'm going to sock your ass. Yeah. That's my brother. That's totally I can sock him. He's my brother.
Reasonable and expected. Yeah. Especially when 2 brothers are fist fighting. You come in and sock the brother, like you said. Whatever their beef was, it's over. Now
it had nothing to do with
some outsider is attacking my brother.
Not family.
Officers need to be prepared for that because you're going to catch one to the back of your head.
Yep.
You may catch a kick. It could be a punch.
It could be a knife.
It could be, you never know. Something
bat, hammer. You don't know what the hell.
And you're asleep because you didn't see it coming.
Yep. Because you thought, well, if he's hitting him, he's going to allow me to do that. No, that's family. And family, no matter what, they will still back each other up no matter what it is.
Just as quickly as they turn on each other.
They will turn on you together. Military is the same way. If I'm in a bar and I see an airman I don't even like getting jumped, I'm not going to stand there and watch him get jumped, though. Oh, hell no. That's still an airman. Like, I can not like him, but you don't get that say. You're a civilian. Fuck you. I'm going to pile in, too. Okay, bitch. But... So you have to remember that is your job is to keep the situation calm. That's why you're a peace officer. That's why you have that job. So it's your job to keep the family calm them down, get them to like, hey, I understand you're irritated. I understand you're angry. I hear what you're telling me, but he has a warrant and I have no choice.
I did this one time. I was like, Ma, Mom, come tell him, man. Tell him he acting crazy, right? Ma, he did
I've
it.
done that too.
And it's so funny.
And Mom will do
like,
it.
they'll do it
Boy,
too. Like
you better knock your shit off.
they'll do it too.
Yep.
Like they'll do it too. But it's all in the approach. You know
It's
what
all
I mean?
in the
It's all in the approach.
You go to the
don't
parent
want
like, can you help me?
You don't want to. You wouldn't want somebody calling your mom a bitch or like,
Oh, absolutely.
like disparaging you or anything like that.
Absolutely. That's
so
my mother.
That's what you do.
Regardless
to
of what I
the
did, that's
person's
my mother.
You treat them with respect.
Exactly right.
Ask for help to calm the son or the daughter down. It's more successful than it isn't. I mean, there's times where they just can't be calmed
They're
down.
not going to help you no matter what. But most times if you go to mom and go, look, Mom, as wound up as he is, we're going to end up having these force on him at the jail. Can you please talk to him? Get him to calm down so we can just get him processed. He'll probably get bonded out shortly and we can get him out. But please, can you go talk to him? 9 out of 10, that works. They'll go up, I'll even let him open the door. Because I'm not worried about him spitting in mom's face.
Right.
If you spit in mom's face, well, then I can't help you.
Oh, yeah.
And mom socks you in the mouth.
Oh, you had it coming.
Well, you kind of had that one coming. Because if I spit in my mom's face, she'd knock my teeth out. So they'll open the door, knock your shit off. What are you doing? Or you get the mom going, stop. They're trying to help you. Stop. We'll come bond you out. Just stop. Just do what he tells you, blah, blah, blah. And then when they do calm down, you're like, man, your mom's very nice. Yeah, I know. She's my mom. I love her.
Sometimes they'll be like, maybe you have to call my mom.
Yeah, I had that one. I have to call my mom's. Apparently I did. It worked, didn't it? Oh, man, you embarrassed me. You embarrassed me. Yeah, call my mom's. Yeah. Because I knew it would work. Because I guarantee you, if I was a kid, it would have worked on me. If my mom showed up, I'd have been like,
oh, yeah.
Dead silent. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because whatever they're going to do to me ain't going to be nearly what my mother's going to do to me when I get home. Nothing they could do to me is as worse or bad as what my mom would do to me.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew, no, there's certain lines I ain't going to cross.
Oh, yeah.
And my mother was not one of them. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say, yes, ma'am. So it's one of those. Pride is such an evil thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a difference between being proud of your appearance. Like, I take pride in my appearance, I brush my teeth, I shower, I wear deodorant, I wear nice clean clothes. I'm proud of my appearance. I don't go overboard, wear super flashy clothes and all that shit, but I'm proud of my appearance. I take pride in my appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not proud of my appearance. I just take pride in my appearance. And there's a difference between the two things. There's a complete difference between those two things. You can take pride in your appearance, not be overly proud of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I take pride in my truck. I keep it clean. I keep it maintained. It looks nice, but I'm not around going, yeah, I got the nicest Silverado in Texas. No, I'm proud of my truck. I take care of it. I maintain it because I want to take pride in my vehicle and take care of what I own. But I'm not driving around like, look at my vehicle. No, there's a difference.
Yeah.
You can take pride in your uniform, but not use that uniform to be overly prideful. There's a difference between pride and proud. Okay. I take pride in my house. I keep it clean. I keep it maintained. If something breaks, I get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
I keep the floors vacuumed. I keep the bathroom clean, whatever. But I'm not overly proud of it going, come look at my house. I got the nicest house. No. So you can take pride in your job without being overly proud and getting yourself in trouble as officers.
Right.
And putting yourself in a situation you can't back yourself out of now, because we are good as cops putting ourselves in a corner. We back ourselves in the corners all the time, and we're like, shit, can't back out of this corner now. And you're stuck in that situation that you created because you couldn't just back up and go, let's take 5. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
Give me a minute. And I've done it to where we're both getting heated and go, look, man, have a seat. Look, man, tell you what, here's a cigarette. I'll smoke one with you. Let's just take a couple minutes. Okay, you good, man? And that works too.
Yeah.
What did it cost me? 1 cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can actually start talking to each other. And it might not even be my guy. This might not have actually happened the way we thought it did. And then you calm them down enough. Because some people, guys who get accused of something, their pride's like, well, fuck you then. I can tell you shit, then fuck you. Prove it. When they could, if you let them talk and calm them down, actually give you information that might lead you to, oh, maybe it really wasn't this guy.
Yeah.
But there's sometimes like, you know what? Fuck it. It's worth it. Take me to jail. Fuck you. Take me to jail. I don't want to talk to you. Well, isn't our job to arrest the correct person and charge them appropriately? And your pride stopped that because you weren't willing to listen to somebody?
Yeah.
Well, listen to him. What's it going to cost you? He says he didn't do it. Okay. But you talk to him at least.
Yeah.
Or he says he didn't do it, but he can tell me who did, and he has the info on his phone.
Yeah.
He can show me who did it. Well, that's good information because I want the right person. I want the person who actually broke the law, not this guy. I want the one who actually did it. And if he can pull out his phone and go, oh, yeah, there's a video of the guy actually doing it. Oh, shit, man, thanks. Hey, pull him out. Take the cuffs off. It wasn't him. It was this guy. Hey, who's this guy? You know, pride puts more people in jail than anything else is pride. I guarantee you. Whether that's for homicidal reasons or family violence where your wife is ragging on you and your pride ain't going to tolerate that because she's a woman or whatever the case may be, when you could have just shut your fucking mouth. That's a lesson that took me a long time to learn. That lesson, I don't know if people can tell have you heard me talk the last 3 years? I can be an asshole and I have a big mouth. And it was a very hard lesson to learn when to back off, when to push, when to back off. I've learned now when to pretty much back off for the most part. Like, you know what? Not worth the fight. It ain't worth the fight. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Fuck it, man. I don't care anymore. Like, whatever. You do you, man. You know, it used to be, I got to be right. I got to be right. I got to be right. Now I'm just like, I don't care. I really don't care that much.
Oh, yeah.
You want to be right so bad? Hey, you be right. Good luck. You know, and if you're wrong later, whatever, we'll deal with it. But I'm not going to sit there and have a throwdown over a matter of opinion where I think I'm right, they think they're right. That's just dumb.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of energy anymore. I'm too old for that shit. Like, I'm 47. Too old for that shit. Don't care anymore. And it's not that I don't care about the job. It's not that I don't care about doing the right thing. It's just certain battles, I'm just not going to die on the hill anymore. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10, people will come back later. You're right, man. But if you push them to that point where they absolutely have to be right, they're probably not going to come back later and go, you were right. So sometimes you go, all right, man, hey, you're right. Come back later. Because I've done it where I've been like, oh, shit, I was wrong. Hey, man, I was wrong. You know, because they let it go. And then I looked at, oh, shit. But if they'd push, oh, fuck you. I'm not telling you I'm right. No matter how right you are, I'm not going to prove to you that you're right. I'm just going to be like, nope, I'm right. I don't care what Google said. I don't care what he said. I don't care what the captain said. I don't care. You know, pride. And pride in criminal cases. That is where a lot of officers have gotten themselves in trouble and detectives get themselves in trouble is their pride. When you write a prosecution guide for a suspect, you have to include everything, even stuff that might clear him or her. You have no choice. It's called exculpatory evidence, and you're required to provide it. So let's say that you had probable cause the suspect committed the crime, and they gave you one nugget. Maybe they didn't, but you couldn't prove that. You still have to add that. Now, yeah, maybe you didn't prove it because you couldn't get the proof right then and there that, no, he was telling me the truth. But you have to put in your report. Suspect advised me of XYZ and stated XYZ. I was unable to prove that or disprove that. But you still got to add it.
Yep.
That's called being factual. All the events, not just the events you want to put in there, everything. Because your pride, well, what if it gets to court and they dismiss it or they acquit it? Okay, he's entitled to a trial. He's entitled to a trial like anyone else. One day, you might be entitled to that same exact trial. So give everyone the fairest doubt you can. That's your job to investigate. That's why investigators investigate. Detectives detect. Police patrolmen make the arrest. It's your job to follow behind them if needed and make a full, complete, thorough investigation to the facts of the case and present those to the DA, who presents those to a grand jury, and then eventually to a jury. And if a jury acquits him, hey, you got a trial. And that is how our system is designed. I may not agree with every verdict I've ever heard, but that was they rolled the dice, they won. I can't be mad about that. It sucks, but I'd much rather have someone get acquitted by jury trial than take a fucking stupid ass plea bargain of 6 months for a major felony when it's like the third time. I'd rather just get acquitted. The jury said, okay, cool. But when these DAs do these stupid ass fucking plea bargain bullshit for just to get a win, because the DAs, district attorneys or assistant district attorneys work on a win-loss ratio stat system, and the next DA comes in and goes, you didn't win as many trials, you're fired. Because they don't have the protection we have.
That sucks, yeah.
If you get rid of that win-loss bullshit and just take it to trial, and if the jury acquits him, hey, that's the system we created. That's why it's there. Jury convicts him, great. You won that one. But they're so scared to lose, they just either dismiss it or throw the sweetest plea bargain on the planet. And that's how defense lawyers know. When this is a crime he should be getting 5 years for, and they offer, oh, we'll give him 1 year suspended. Defense attorney's like, oh, yeah, this is a beatable case. But they'll tell the client, do you want to risk it for the biscuit, or just take the suspended sentence and move on. You're already a felon. It's like, you're already a felon. Like, does this really matter? But if it's like, no, I think we can beat this one. Like, if they're offering that kind of deal, they don't have enough. And they're hoping you'll just take it and be done with it. So let's push for a trial and see what happens. 9 out of 100, it gets dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecutor just goes, you know what? I don't have enough. Screw it. I hate that system. I don't like deferred adjudication. I don't like suspended sentence bullshit. If you're acquitted, you're acquitted. It's over. If you're convicted, then you should do time. Because that's one thing you can't get back is time. And maybe next time you'll think fucking twice before you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because what'd you learn on deferred? Nothing. What did you learn on suspended sentence? Nothing. You're free. You're still out there free. And if you get deferred, as long as you stay under the radar, because ain't no one stays clean, they just stay under the radar, it's not even on your record anymore. It's gone. So in the end, if you're a criminal, take deferred all day long and just stay on the low. Because judges will say, like, okay, if you come back in during this deferred, we change it to conviction.
Yeah.
But I never see judges do that. They put them back on deferred. Maybe they just extend the deferred, but they still keep them on deferred. I'm like, oh my God. There's a difference between a one-time fuck up, a young kid, never screwed up before, screwed up this time, and a hardened shitbag who keeps repeating. Like, that's one that doesn't get any more breaks. He's had the breaks. He's had all the breaks. That's what probation is. Probation is a break. Hey, we're giving you a break. Stay out of trouble. Fulfill the requirements of your probation, and then you're good. Well, if you couldn't do that the first time, what makes you think they're going to fucking do it the second, third, fourth, or fifth time?
Mm-hmm.
They clearly don't care. In fact, you've heard him tell it to you. I made it on this one. I made it on this one. And you're just like, fucker. They did. They made it. And after a while, you just don't even get mad anymore. You're like, you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? I did my job. They didn't do theirs. Fuck it. That's all you can do is laugh. But I don't let my pride get me wound up anymore. I'm like, hey, you know what? I did my job. They didn't do theirs. I am not going to give myself heartburn or high blood pressure over this bullshit. It is not worth it. I have much bigger things to do in my day. So that's why, guys, we want to talk about that today, because that little incident, it was a Class C misdemeanor. It was a Class C traffic stop. No one died over it. No one went to jail or prison, but it doesn't matter. That officer's pride over it was your right hand. You were texting with your right hand. Like, dude, how does that make you just look? How does that make your whole agency look?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because they will assume that your whole agency's like that.
Yeah.
That your whole agency tolerates that. And they're going to be like, oh, well, hell no, their whole agency does that shit. When they probably don't.
Yep.
10 other officers would have been like, oh, my bad, ma'am. Maybe it was your left hand. Or, you know what, ma'am? You're right. I appreciate it. Look, here's a warning. Just, if you were texting with the other hand, just please don't. Drive safe.
Yeah.
And that would have been the end of it. And she'd laugh because she had a great attitude. She even had a good attitude about it, even after he was just absolutely insistent. She still had a good attitude about it. I'm like, that tells you what kind of person she is. She's not a turd. Even after you accused her and she shows you the stump on her hand, and she still has a good attitude about it, and she's not being argumentative with you, and not being an asshole, and not demanding your supervisor, not calling you names, which you deserved every one of that. That tells you what kind of person she is. And you were just so stuck on this Class C. What are you doing on felonies? What are you doing on misdemeanors? What are you doing on crimes that take someone's freedom?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much ego? Like, you got to ask the question, honestly. You got to start asking the question, like, have you fucked anyone else over because of your ego?
Yeah.
Now, do we need to start reviewing all your cases? Like, whoa, now we need to start reviewing all this shit. And that's a reality. Because you let your ego write a check your ass may have to cash at a later date.
Mm-hmm.
And you may not have any funds to cash it.
Yeah.
And the prosecutor is going, well, I went through all your cases and I had to dismiss that one. And you're like, now your chief's going, what the fuck, man?
Right.
And you got the district attorney calling the chief or the sheriff going, hey, you might want to move this dude to a non-position where he ain't going to make arrests.
Yeah.
Because his pride gets him in trouble. Now, you may not get fired because of the union and civil service and all that, but they can move you to out of the road, which you may love, and into a position that you absolutely can't stand, but you have the lowest chance of having to make an arrest.
Yeah.
And there are positions like that where you can make it. It's not zero, because you never know. On the way to lunch, you may run into something you have no choice, but you have to address it.
Right.
You could be in a gas station getting your monster, and this woman comes in and goes, I have a protective order against a boyfriend. He's outside. Mm-hmm. You don't got a choice now. That ship sailed. As soon as she saw you, you have to make that arrest. You can't go, ooh, because it's you shall make an arrest.
Yeah.
So it's zero, or it's not zero, but it's low.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Hey, let's move this dude to an admin job or put him out of the academy, which is a horrible idea. Like, clearly, if he can't work the road and he shouldn't be working the road, you don't put him at the academy to teach young officers how this job works, because clearly they can't do it themselves. So you're going to put them at the academy? Like, holy shit. That's like having the guy who can hit the broadside of a barn teach accuracy to firearms, classes. He can't hit the broadside of a barn. Why is he teaching this shit? When you're teaching, you should be able to demonstrate it.
Right.
So I'm a firearms instructor. I demonstrate the drill or the string I want them to fire before they do it. And I run it correctly. I go, now that's how I want you to do it. I demonstrated it. That's how I want you to do it. Now, I'm not expecting cadets to shoot like this. And that's how I shoot. For those that don't know, that's how I shoot. But they get in here, I'm happy with it.
Right.
We can get it down into here, but start here, and I'm good with that. But I don't sit there all over the place. Okay, now shoot that string. They're like, well, you didn't even do it. It looks bad.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It doesn't look good.
Tad bit.
Yeah, it looks bad. So we want to talk about that today because it's a topic that does not get discussed enough until it burns you. And then it's too late at that point. You're burned now. You're covered in third-degree burns. You're like, oh, shit, I fucked up. Yeah, because you let your pride drive you somewhere you just could not recover from. You put yourself in a corner you can't back yourself out of, and some citizens aren't going to let that go. They're going to go, no, I'm going to put this on the news. I'm going to sue your ass because, just for no other reason than you pissed me off that day because you were actually wrong and I was actually right and you wouldn't let it go. Well, fuck you then. I'm going to sue you then. Or let jury decide how right I was. Instead of just going, hey, I'm sorry, you're right. How hard is it? I'm sorry, you're right. But for cops, that's an impossible. I don't know. I'm sorry, and you were right are the three sentences that cops cannot say without their balls shriveling up. You can just see their dick go every when they have to say that shit because they're like, oh, God, I'm a cop. I'm never wrong. Yeah, we're wrong. We're human. Or the information you got was bad, and now you got good information. Now you got to work on the good information. Like, this is not ego-driven. There's nothing in the state law about ego. Here's the elements of the offense. Did this person commit those elements of the offense? They did? Arrest him. If he did not, look for more evidence or let it go. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a short list. Don't forget your responsibilities. And if you don't forget them and you don't let your ego ride your how you do your job, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll have a long, happy career. You may not be the world's greatest officer who makes every single arrest, but you won't be the turd either that makes none.
Yeah.
You'll be right in the middle, a good, solid, dependable officer that people can rely on and count on to do their job. And district attorneys know you by name and go, nah, it's a good, solid officer. He makes good reports. Defense attorneys start learning you and go, nah, it's a good officer. He does his job. Because even defense attorneys will say, yeah, it's a good officer. They do their job. So we got nothing.
Right.
But you don't want the rep the other way. Defense attorneys go, oh, yeah, his ego gets him good. Let's get him on the stand and push his ass until his ego makes him blow up on the stand. And now they got you. Now you look like a jackass to the jury.
Yeah.
Jury's going, well, this dude's a fucking jackass. Yeah, we absolutely believe that he said all that shit. 100% we believe it. Oops. So that's what we want to talk about today, guys. I think it's important. J-Man came up with this one today, and I thought it was a brilliant idea. It just doesn't get talked about enough. We could talk about officer screw-ups in terms of excessive force or bad shootings, but we never talk about one of the factors that probably led to those things, which was the pride aspect that led you to that point when you could have just backed off.
Right.
We do tend to paint ourselves in the corners with that, but that's lessons you learn the hard way. Sometimes you get a chance or two to learn, and sometimes you make one mistake like that, and that's it. It just depends on what the hell went wrong that day. Mm-hmm. Not every situation is the same. It is what it is. So we thank y'all for joining us this week. Please pass this on to other people, other officers, friends, families, even those that don't like us. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate that. Thank you. That's the true measure of the enemy that hates you when they still watch you anyway.
That's true.
That's my kind of enemy. Appreciate it. Call us pigs. Hell yes, means you watched it. Thank you. Brothers and sisters, please keep each other safe out there. Do the right thing at all times, no matter who's watching or even no one's watching. Still do the right thing. Yep. If you live this job with integrity, you'll never have to worry if you did the right thing or not. You make decisions morally, ethically, and legally. You'll never have to wonder if you did the right thing that day because you'll know you did the right thing and you can sleep like a baby. Mm-hmm. I've never had to look myself in the mirror and watch it shatter. I know every arrest I made was a good one, and I did not just unknowingly or even knowingly take someone's freedom. Yeah. Nope. They were deserved. They did what they did. It is what it is. Here's the facts as I knew them. Now it's up to the prosecutor's office to decide what they want to do. If they want to dismiss it, I did my job. Yep. But I've never once knowingly arrested somebody that should not have been arrested. And I can look myself in the mirror and go, nope, I've done my job. I may not always appreciated it. I may not always want to do it, but I did my job that I was paid to do, and that's what I was here to do. But I did it fairly, ethically, legally. And that's the best you can do some days. Morally, ethically, and legally. Oh, yeah. So that's what we tell people. So, Jamie, you have anything to add?
No, that's it.
Well, guys, make sure you leave us emails at runningcode2023@gmail.com or comments on the YouTube. Remember, if you leave it public on the YouTube and if it's stupid, we're going to make fun of you because you did it publicly. If you send us an email, if you don't want us to divulge your agency or your name, we won't. Just make sure you tell us that, hey, please don't say what agency I work for. Please don't say my name. Not a problem. We won't do that to you. But if you're willing to let us do that, put it out there. Hey, you can say who I am. Cool. We'll give you a shout out. If you got a question, you want us to talk about something, email us. Tell us what you want us to discuss. Now, I've had a few emails where they're like, hey, can you break down this event? We're not quite at that level yet to do that. We haven't got to the level where we can have an in-screen that you can see at the same time we can. So we're trying to get to that. Again, money. So if y'all want to donate, we'll set up a Patreon. You can donate to us and we can set that up. But I'm not interested in taking money from our listeners. I want them to just enjoy the show and not feel like they're going to give us money. Yeah. I'm not going to turn it down if you give it, but I'm not going to ask for it.
Yeah.
Pride. I don't need your money. Please give us money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, please give us money. But we won't spend it on hookers and blow, I promise you. It'll be on equipment to make this a better podcast, grow this podcast, have guests, lives. That's the goal. We might need to do a different space, maybe a bigger one at some point. If it gets to that point, we're actually making a little money off this. Maybe we can actually rent a little studio that we can actually use and it's bigger and we can do more. But right now, this is what we got. We're using the resources we got and we're making it work. Yeah. We're doing our best. So that's all we can do. We do our best. So unless J-Man has anything else to add.
No, we're all good.
You guys watch each other's backs, keep each other safe. Stop another officer at their price, starts pushing them over the edge. Stop them. Pull them back. You take over. Let them cool off. They'll thank you later.
Yep.
They may not thank you there, but they'll thank you later. If they're smart, they'll thank you later. If they ignore it, well, then fuck them.
Yeah.
At least you're not all in the news. So, and I'm willing to bet you those two rookies wish they pulled Derek Colvin off George Floyd. Second day on the job, and they went to prison over that. I bet you they wish they'd have stepped in. But what rookie is going to step in on a 20-year senior officer? None.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, okay, I guess that's the way we do things here. Well, it is what it is. So everybody have a safe week. Have a good week. Have a productive week. Do your best to remember to protect the public, serve the public, enforce the laws, arrest offenders. If you do those things, you'll be fine. Just to make decisions morally, ethically, and legally. You'll never have a problem. Mm-hmm. So from J-Man and I here in South Texas Running Code, we're out of here.